Hey, Trevor from Sunday here. Today we're going to talk about how to audit your water usage. Okay, so auditing your irrigation system. What does that even mean? How do you interpret those results? And why is any of this important? Let's start with what it means. If you have an irrigation system, it's good to know that it's working properly. Now let's talk about why that's important. First, it keeps your grass healthy by watering the right amount in the right areas. It conserves water, and it also helps with the water bill. When beginning an audit, we'll check for any leaks, geysers, or broken heads. Run your irrigation system for a few minutes and then walk around your yard to check. Next, let's measure how much water your grass is actually getting. To figure this out, we'll place sprinkler gauges at even intervals throughout each irrigation zone. If you don't have one of these handy, you can also just use something like a tuna can. Once you've placed all your gauges, run your irrigation system for a full cycle, or about 30 minutes. Measure and record the amount of water in each gauge and take note of the location of gauges and sprinklers relative to each other. And repeat this for each irrigation zone in your yard. Now it's time to get in the zone, hydro zones. Watering by hydro zones helps to avoid wasting water and stressing plants by over or under watering. Okay, I know what you're thinking. What the hell is a hydro zone? Hydro zones are areas of your lawn with different needs. For example, shaded or low-lying areas might need a little less water, while sloping areas might need a little more, where water runs off more easily. Next, you'll want to check for uniformity within each hydro zone. Even if different zones need different amounts, water within those zones needs to be applied evenly. You'll know you're watering unevenly if you start to see browning where water isn't hitting. Pretty straightforward. You may need to clean or repair sprinkler heads that are over or under watering. Then adjust or redirect the flow to ensure uniform watering in each zone. Finally, let's adjust for amount. You'll want to apply between 1/3 and 1/2 inch of water per cycle, depending on your hydro zone. So how long does it take to do that? To calculate the amount of time you need to run your cycle, you'll need to do a little math. Divide the average amount of water from each gauge by the amount of time you ran the cycle. This is your irrigation rate. From there, you adjust your cycle time as needed for each hydro zone. For example, if I ran my system for 30 minutes and the average amount of water collected in each gauge is about 0.5 inches, I'll take 0.5 and divide it by 30 to get my irrigation rate. If my goal is 0.3, I'll take that number and divide it by my irrigation rate. That will give me the amount of time I need to run my cycle. In this case, about 20 minutes. We recommend doing an audit about once a year during the spring, and if you can check in a few times during the growing season, that's great too. For more tips on this and many other topics, check out Sunday's blog, The Shed. We'll see you next time.